Got the Manx Language Development Officer Ruth here from Gaelg21, and there's going to be a big month of learning Manx. This is always a great idea. It kind of focuses people to make that challenge, Ruth, and you've got oodles of events coming up.
Absolutely. So the event is called, or the celebration I should say, is called Gaelg21, which just means Manx21. And it's a month-long celebration of the Manx language organised by Jeebin, the Manx Language Network. And there's loads and loads of different things going on. Stuff for people who are just starting out their journey in Manx, and stuff for fluent speakers as well, and stuff for children and adults alike. So there's something for you, whether you're just a curious, just dipping your toe into Manx for the first time, or whether you've been speaking it for years.
And that's it, trying to get people involved.
Absolutely.
Get them on that initial way of learning to make it part of their everyday life, I suppose, really, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. So there's lots of different types of events that are happening. There's things like some classes and pop-up conversation groups, but there's also talks. There's things like we're going to join together with beach buddies as well, and get people speaking Manx on the beach. So come along and help do a beach clean. But if you speak Manx, come and chat Manx at the same time as well. So it's supporting different pre-existing groups as well, and coming together and just showing that Manx is woven into the fabric of everyday life.
So can you give an example of some of the different events? Because you've got literally a whole load there.
Yeah, there's a flyer. You can keep an eye out for this online. There's a JPEG online. There's also flyers, physical flyers around the island. And some examples of events are things like, as I say, the Beach Buddies event, but also things like talks on Manx Gaelic bird names. So that's in English. There's 2 talks, one at the Air and Arts Centre on Sunday the 27th of June and one on Saturday the 26th of June in Laxey, and that's sort of finding out about the different bird names in Manx, where they came from, and references to them in sort of folklore and songs and history and things like that. So that's a nice way of people getting into Manx in a different way. And there's also things like pop-up lessons that will happen at Gaelg21 on Tynwald Day. Come and do a bit of songs, a little bit of a taster of Manx. And there's going to be a film night in Manx as well. So films from the 80s called Follion Films. And this is a fantastic opportunity to see some footage from, around 40 years ago. And that's a Gaelg21 and Manx National Heritage joint event in the Laxey Working Men's Institute. There's so many things. There's quizzes online as well, and there's lessons in Manx about different things like Viking crosses and the Celtic languages, and there's just so much. I would recommend people go to learnmanx.com/Gaelg21. You can find a full lowdown of all the times, venues, and all the different details.
And of course, besides that, just Gaelg21 has so much stuff going on it, and Learn Manx is the other one, isn't it?
Yeah, so Learn Manx is operated through Gaelg21 and Jeebin, the Manx Language Network, and we're just really indebted to all the people who are coming together to put on different events as part of this. So lots of the community are putting on their own events, and that's what it's all about, really, because Manx, it belongs to all of us. If you've got an interest in Manx, then it's for you, and so it's great to see everyone kind of pulling together and putting on this fantastic month-long celebration. Yeah.
In the census, we will ask lots of questions about the Manx. It'd be interesting to know, how it's going as a language, because it is on the way up, definitely, isn't it?
Definitely. The support for the language is just growing and growing all the time, and it's such an important part of the island. It's woven into the very fabric of the place, and so if anyone is interested in finding out anything about Manx, they can visit learnmanx.com or ping us an email. We'd be really love to hear from people.
So busy. Besides that, we must get you back to talk about your singing as well, because you've got more action coming up in this summer, haven't you?
Absolutely, yes.
Busy
I'll be
person.
recording an album with a harpist called Rachel Hare, so completely separate to what I'm doing at Gaelg21, but yeah, just my music side of things. So yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Good made.